Yeah. Something else that I learned, I didn't know before, that you are an author.
Yes.
I saw that you wrote 2 books. So your first book was There's Always Hope. Is that right?
It's called Need You Now.
Okay.
A Story of Hope.
A Story of Hope. Okay.
A Story of Hope, yeah.
And what's that about?
It's my kind of memoir.
Okay.
Kind of start of me from beginning till about 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I wrote it, and it came out, I forget what year it came out, just a few years back, but it kind of tells the highlight is sort of the crash and burn of my marriage and the rebuild of that God, after 18 months after we separated, we ended up remarrying all over again. We never officially divorced, but we did separate and go through a really traumatic, devastating time, and the Lord just came in and intervened. And if you're listening and you resonate with a broken marriage, the reason we are restored is certainly by God's grace, but because we both decided that we were going to be willing to do what God asked of us. And God asked each of us to forgive, and God asked each of us to make changes in our lives, and we were both willing to submit to that. And so I meet a lot of broken marriages since I've talked about mine, and I'll see a wife or a husband who are in a place of total surrender, but their spouse isn't. And for you specifically, if that is you, God will honor your surrender. God will honor your willingness to do whatever He asks of you, whether your marriage reconciles or not. If that spouse that you are separated from is unwilling to submit to what God asks of them, God will still honor your submission, and He will do something beautiful in your life. And that hope you can have. And so in our minds, we want things to look a certain way, a very fairy tale ending. I wanted the same thing, and I'm just very, very, very thankful that we were able to get that. But with that, at the same time, for those that have reconciled, just because you reconcile doesn't mean things are perfect. We reconciled, and it was like honeymoon land all over again for a few years, and then I'm out and about telling that story, and the enemy has come at me with doubts and fears and temptations that he'd like to shut that story down, and God has continued to be victorious, and I'm really, really, really thankful. So if you have been through that and you go through hard times again, have no fear. Hard times are going to come, but we can trust in God's promises. But if you're in that by yourself, God will still do something beautiful. He will just honor every bit of effort that you're making to do what He asks of you, regardless of how your marriage turns out.